Are there certain mortgage lenders out there who will completely ignore your credit score? Well, in today's video, I'll be answering this question, and if the answer turns out to be yes, then at the end of the video, I'll be giving you the name of 3 mortgage lenders that do this. So make sure you stick around to find out. Hi there and welcome to the channel. Please give us a like if you enjoy the video and don't forget to subscribe for more of our content. Before we get into whether some mortgage lenders will actually ignore your credit score, let's first of all break down what a credit score actually is. In the UK, your credit score is a 3-digit number provided by credit referencing agencies like Experian, Equifax and TransUnion. And what it does is it gives potential lenders an idea of how creditworthy you are, which basically means your ability to borrow money. If you'd like to know more about what your credit score actually means, we do have a video on that where we break it all down, and you can watch that by clicking in the top corner of your screen. Now, you will find that mortgage lenders fall into 2 main categories: lenders that credit check and lenders that credit score. Now, first of all, let's talk about lenders that credit check. When we talk about lenders that credit check, what we're referring to here are lenders that will base their decision upon what their lending criteria is. And by doing this, completely ignore your credit score. For example, a mortgage lender's criteria when it comes to adverse credit might look something like this. This lending criteria is actually taken from one of the mortgage lenders' websites that we work with quite a lot. So let's take a look at their lending policy on what type of bad credit they would accept with a 10% deposit. 1 default in the last 36 months, as long as this has been paid back. No CCJs or county court judgments in the last 36 months, but if it's outside of this period, it can be accepted. No missed mortgage or rental payments in the last 24 months, but again, outside of this period, can be accepted. You can have a maximum of 5 unsecured credit accounts in arrears at the time the mortgage completes, for example, a credit card or a loan. No IVAs or individual voluntary arrangements or bankruptcies within the last 6 years, but again, outside this period can be accepted. And finally, no payday loans in the last 12 months, but once again, outside this period could be accepted. So what does that mean to you? Basically, what I'm saying is if you fit this lender's criteria, then this particular lender, they won't even look at what your credit score is. It doesn't matter whether you have the best credit score in the world or the worst credit score in the world, you'll be treated exactly the same. Of course, there will be lots of other things that the mortgage lender will want to know before officially approving your mortgage. For example, your employment status, your income and expenditure, and your nationality. Now you might be thinking, that sounds great, Josh, so will the mortgage lender run a credit check on me at all? And the answer is absolutely yes, they will, 100% every single time. And that's because this is how they check that you meet the lending criteria that we've just covered, and that's why it's called credit checking and not credit scoring. Now let's talk about the mortgage lenders that credit score. So, much more common practice in the mortgage industry are lenders that credit score. This will usually mean that you have to meet a set lending criteria like we laid out before, and it will also mean that you must meet a minimum credit score. Sometimes mortgage lenders will have a minimum credit score that you must meet, and other times, more commonly so, they will take a look at your score in conjunction with other factors. These lenders also often have something called an internal scorecard too. Exactly how this is assessed, they don't make public information. However, what we do know is that your application will be assessed and given a score based on the various things that build up your application. For example, your income levels, your length of time in employment, and, you guessed it, your credit score. You might be thinking, wow, that's pretty confusing, and I would agree with you. When lenders credit score and have their own internal scorecard, it can be pretty confusing. And that's because even if you fit all of the criteria on paper, you won't really know if you'll be accepted until you apply. So there you have it. Are there certain mortgage lenders out there that completely ignore your credit score? Yes, absolutely. As you now know, the lenders that fall into the category of credit checking do in fact completely ignore your credit score. And as promised, here are the names of 3 lenders that fall into that category. Number 1, Darlington Building Society. Number 2, Leek Building Society. And number 3, Furness Building Society. If you have any questions or any ideas for future videos, please feel free to pop those in the comments below. Alternatively, you can pop us an email and you will find that email address in the description. So, thanks for watching. Please make sure that you turn on the notifications and hit the subscribe button for more tips on bad credit and all things bad credit mortgage related, and we will see you in the next video.